So I'm sitting here just outside of the ocean spray hotel in Barbados, and I want to make a podcast, short podcast, because I'm 52. I'll be 53 this year, and I have a focus, I have a dream, I have a desire that I've been working on for many years. And those of you who know me, you know that I want to help ex-offenders and recovering addicts. And I can't help but keep thinking that the people who I want to help are people like me. People who have a problem with keeping the law. People who think that the law is not written for them. People who think that they should get rich at the expense of other people. I still harbor those thoughts as a recovering, I once a recovering criminal, a recovering deviant adolescent. I still try to suppress the thought that there are people who are making it in life, who are not as intelligent as I am. They didn't suffer as much as I have suffered, and sometimes you want to think that those people things belong to you. And so I can well imagine that the people who I am trying to work with, the people I'm trying to help, are people who can't seem to understand that the property of other people don't belong to them. And that is what that's what a criminal mindset is slanted to believe. A criminal actually believes that other people's things belong to them. And so my challenge that I have accepted is to work with guys, particularly, we will interact with females, but particularly to work with guys to bring them to an understanding that you have got to get past this notion that other people's wealth belong to you. You've got to get past this notion that you must rob somebody, and you must trick somebody, and you must deceive somebody, that you must hurt somebody in order to take what they have. And so this rehabilitation center, this behavior modification center that I am spending every dime of every waking moment, even as I sit here in Barbados on some kind of a semi-vacation, I can't help but think on how I plan to construct and how I plan to design and the factories and the training modules that we have to put together, because we must see a reduction in crime and recidivism, the rate at which people go back to prison. We must see a reduction of crime and recidivism in Guyana, and indeed even as I sit in Barbados, where crime is on the rise, and indeed across the Caribbean. We must come up with a cookie cutter approach to reducing blue collar crime and recidivism. And so I have pledged and dedicated my life to working with NGOs and working with government and working with civil society and working with businessmen, not only in Guyana but across the Caribbean, because we have got to, I want to save me. And I know that there are thousands of persons like me whose mentalities have been so damaged. Many of us from childhood, we grew up in broken homes and we got caught up in negativities, and so our mentalities are deviant. What we think is violence and anger and we don't care about fair play. And so old lady with her pension becomes a target for us. A new construction site with its materials and the windows and the doors become a sitting duck for us, because our mind tells us that what people have belongs to us and we must get it at all costs. And when we are caught, when we are punished, we are angry with society, and we are angry with the police, and we are angry with even the people whose things we steal. We are vexed when they come to court, and when they point us out, and when they speak of the atrocities that we have committed. And so I say, help me God, I am really wanting to come up with a program, with an approach, so that I can reach out to guys like me, and we could change our mindset and change our philosophies and change our modus operandi, so that indeed we can change the trajectory not only of our personal futures, but of the futures of the children we already have, the grandchildren that will come along, and indeed the children that we are yet to get. May God help us.